Well, we are certainly well into the time of year when family and friends are exchanging gifts, giving toys, enjoying holiday cheer. But for some people, these months and weeks are difficult because they experience feelings of sadness and uncertainty, often referred to as the holiday blues. And today we welcome Dr. Jeannelle Perkins, who is going to tell us more about working as a marriage and family therapist this time of year and helping people deal with the holiday blues. So, Dr. Perkins, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
First of all, let's talk about what this means, holiday blues.
Yeah, it's really interesting because the holiday blues just refers to a temporary state of feelings and emotions around anxiety and loneliness that occurs during the holidays.
And we know that people generally think about this being the most wonderful time of the year, but it really isn't for everyone.
No.
So what kinds of things cause people to feel perhaps disconnected, not engaged, and sad this time of year?
Sometimes it really is about the cultural norms that we've set around the holidays. So we have these traditions and these expectations, and then you add that to the potential financial burden of what the holidays means, and it really becomes difficult for people to acknowledge that there should be joy when they're having so much grief around this time.
So what are some signs that someone might, again, be feeling blue, disconnected, and not engaged?
Well, for sure, they're withdrawn at some level. Oftentimes you see some substance misuse and abuse at this particular time. And I think the biggest one really is that people will begin that process of just not showing up for events, not connecting with family, and it means that you might have to do a little more reaching out to them.
Dr. Perkins, is this something that should be alarming, or is it something that eventually will kind of go away in time?
It really depends on the person, right? Whether or not you think you should be alarmed by the fact that they have withdrawn from the family. But for most people, it's temporary. So you really are talking about a couple of weeks throughout the holidays where the feelings are really intense.
Let's talk about some coping strategies that people can use if someone notices this in a family member or if it's something they are actually experiencing themselves.
Yeah, reaching out and connecting is one of the biggest ones. Giving them the opportunity to express their feelings and then validating them without judging them is really key. And I think one of the best things you can do is just be available. Sit and listen and give them the opportunity to tell them what's really occurring within.
We know that a lot of times during this time of year, we are focused on children. Is this something that children also experience, the holiday blues?
Absolutely. And we don't always think of them as having grief for loss or even thinking in terms of whether or not their friends or family are receiving greater gifts than they are. But they do. And so there's an incredible opportunity to allow them space to be able to express those feelings as well, and paying attention to whether or not they're beginning to withdraw. Allow that openness, it changes their world.
Yeah, it's all about communication and connecting, certainly this time of year, but really all year round.
Absolutely,
all right.
Absolutely.
Dr. Perkins, thank you so much. We appreciate your input this time of year, and we also want to stress that if you are having a difficult time this time of year or any time, you can also reach out to the National Association of Mental Illness or NAMI. It's always available 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. or you can call the crisis hotline, and that number is 988-24/7. Stay with us for more news after a quick break.
Next.